Housework was made easier with inventions such as the vacuum cleaner, washing machine, and refrigerator. In 1912, only 16% of American households had electricity. By the mid-1920s, almost two-thirds did. The flapper was a young woman with bobbed hair and short skirts who drank, smoked, and said what may be termed unladylike things, in addition to having more sexual freedom than previous generations. Although most young women in the 1920s did none of these things, many adopted a fashionable flapper style of dress and hair. In 1920, women gained the right to vote with the 19th Amendment to the Constitution. Millions of women worked in white-collar jobs and could afford to participate in the prospering consumer economy. By the mid-1920s, movie theaters were selling 50 million tickets each week, a sum equal to roughly half the U.S. population. Films during this era were silent, the first motion picture with sound being in 1927. What do you usually do on the weekends?
Usually I go see a movie at the movie theater.
What do you like about the movies?
Well, the only benefit I ever got from the movies was in learning to love and the knowledge of sex. If we didn't see such examples in the movies, where would we get the idea of being hot? We wouldn't.
Right. What do you and your parents usually disagree on?
Well, like the number of times I go out during the week, and then the amount of money I get to spend, the hour I get in at night, and the use of the automobile.
The foxtrot, waltz, and American tango were a few of the most popular dances of the decade. However, many new dances often arose from dance clubs sponsoring contests where dancers invented and competed with new moves. The automobile impacted life in the 20th century arguably more than any other invention. The traffic light was invented, and service stations became more prevalent. New models were produced each year to supply public demand. The rapidly growing automobile industry was largely led by Henry Ford and the Ford Motor Company. Pioneers like Ransom Olds, Henry Leland, and Henry Ford revolutionized design and production methods to make cars more affordable and trustworthy. Despite the institution of prohibition in 1920 with the 18th Amendment, Americans still found ways to drink. Illegal establishments selling alcohol called speakeasies became very popular. In these clubs there was drinking, dancing, and a jolly good time. Speakeasies encouraged bootlegging and organized crime in America during the Prohibition era. So what do you usually do on weekends?
I usually go to the movie theater.
Really? Oh.